know what's wrong with the internet these days, but so many just hateful people. Like, what's wrong with them? Who gave y'all internet? Hey, what's up guys? My name is Kiya Boyd. Welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you all again. Hi, hello. So I'm all comfy in my home, as y'all can see the vibes. I want to talk about why I didn't become a K-pop idol. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all because I haven't really talked about TRAINEE K-pop stuff in a minute. And it's just because I feel like I'm a little exhausted talking about it. I think it's because I've actually just like distanced myself from that life that I used to live, and I'm just kind of like focusing on my future and my career and all that good, lovely, lovey-dovey stuff. So I just kind of went away from that because I wanted to do my own things and focus on my new adventure in my life. But I still get those comments about K-pop and like idol stuff and TRAINEE stuff and all this other stuff. So I'm just here to answer that question, and hopefully y'all stop asking me this specific question. Disclaimer, I just want to say that this video is not here to discourage any of you that actually want to be like a K-pop idol or a TRAINEE or anything like that. No, this is just my account on what I'm feeling, what I felt, and why I didn't do it. And if you're still watching this video, thank you, great for you. Don't forget to push that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Do push it and push the bell right next to it for notifications from me. Also, do not ask me what my company name is, okay? Stop asking me that. No, I'm sorry, even if you DM me and ask me to tell you in private, that's still not going to make me tell you. No more asking about that, okay? I'm not gonna get sued for defamation. I'm not gonna do that. Even though I haven't like actually talked bad about them or anything like that, at least to my knowledge, just don't ask me. Like, just don't, please, please, please. So I'm just gonna talk about my daily life. Thank you so much to those who have stuck around through all this time and the trials and tribulations of Kiya Boyd. I did not think you would make it this far because I didn't know if I was gonna make it this far, but thank you so much. Really love you and I appreciate you. And for those who don't know, I've made videos about this. I don't think I've actually went into too much detail when it comes to like my daily life, but here's the like summary of it. So when it came to daily life, I would just wake up, start studying immediately because most of the time, like with my tutor, I had like little tests and homework and stuff for Korean. So I'd be studying as soon as I wake up because I didn't want to mess up and get something wrong, and yeah, I didn't want to look stupid. So I was studying Korean. I'd wake up at like 6 in the morning. I'd eat some breakfast, which wasn't like anything, and maybe it'd be bacon and, you know, maybe like some toast or something like that. Nothing too special. I've never had to go on a specific diet because I feel like my company was always really accepting of my weight. Like I wasn't big, I'm just like a little curvy, but I'm skinny. So I guess that worked out in my favor. Genetics, thank you. So after doing that, I would, I'd have a conversation with my manager. We'd figure out what time we were supposed to be meeting. She'd come over to my place. She had my door code, so it wasn't like I could literally hide from her. So she'd come over, we'd go study in another place, and I'd go study Korean for hours of the day. It'd take up a lot of my time. And after studying Korean, like actually I would have a break in between my studying because I had the gym membership that my company paid for. So I'd have to go to the gym and work out for like an hour, 2 hours. It was exhausting. As you can tell, I'm not much of a gym rat, but I'm trying to get into it. I'm really trying because I want to work out and I want to be healthy and all that good stuff, but it is so hard. This is why I be watching Megan Bowen stuff, because I'm just like, how do you enjoy this? Like, girl, how do you just enjoy working out? I really want to know her secret because I can't get into it for the life of me. It just exhausts me and I'm just like, can this be over already? But looking at her from like when I was back in America and like now, it's crazy to see her doing all this, you know, fitness competitions and stuff like that. Like that's actually really cool. But enough about that. Yeah, anyways, after going to the gym and having to work out for an hour or two, I have to go right back to studying Korean with my tutor. And after that, I think I was allowed to get like lunch or dinner for like an hour. It was like a break. And that point on, I think I would meet up with other TRAINEE friends and we would go practice dancing in a dance studio, or, you know, practice singing, go to coin karaoke for me because it was good for me to like warm up my vocals and practice and do different stuff. Plus it was just fun. So I did that. And after that, I would go home, kind of check in with my manager, company, all this other stuff, figure out what my future plans were going to be with them. We'd have to come up with some type of schedule. Sometimes I would meet my CEO, which was really super freaking scary because she was very, you know, serious. But I mean, she was nice, but it was just like scary because it's like the CEO, oh my God. And I'd have to meet with other people from the company because then we have to work on like video, making like little videos for me and recording my vocals. And it was like a lot, but I liked my schedule like that because I like being busy and I like having stuff to fill it up all the time. I don't like really too much space in between. So that was fun. And after that, I'd finally get to go home. It was pretty late. I'd get home at like 11, 12, and I would still have to like do homework, practice, study, all this stuff. So I wouldn't go to bed until around most nights, 3 a.m., sometimes 4, and I would only get a few hours of sleep. So this was a normal schedule for me. It was awesome and it sucked at the same time. Here in between, I really didn't get to hang out with my friends too much. Like actually just going out to hang out with them. They were monitoring, you know, what I was doing, who I was with, what I was saying, my social media presence, all this stuff. And I think that's the part that kind of sucked for me, but it's understandably so. You know, you're with a company, they're investing money into you. I totally get this. I totally understand. And that would mostly consist of what my daily life was like. So yeah, that's a little insight on that. I don't know if I've really said too much on my daily life before, but that's what it was. So I hope that gives you a little peek inside of that. And it was like closely monitored, closely controlled. So not much freedom there, but it is what I signed up for. So no complaints. And I think that played a part in why I stopped really wanting to become this idol. I don't think the Korean part discouraged me at all because I like learning Korean and I think Korean's pretty cool. I really do like this language. Like it's, ever since the first time I heard it, I just thought it was just like so different and it made me so interested because I had never heard a language outside of like the, you know, popular languages, you know, like French, Spanish, even Chinese. So it was like really fascinating. Japanese too. And Korean just opened a new door for me. So I'm very appreciative of like Korean language. Really love it. Like it's beautiful. Just in my opinion, it's like super beautiful. And Korean people are always like, why do you like Korean language? Like what's fascinating about it? I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's freaking awesome. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of like backed away from like that little dream that I had. Another reason was because of Korean society. When you think about K-pop idols and you think about like trainees and stuff like that, just kind of, you know, observe the way Korean society looks at them too. Don't you guys notice like whenever they make like mistakes or like scandals happen, it's almost like a witch hunt, you know? It's like a mob mentality. Like they can make one mistake or one scandal happens. I feel like a lot of people live for the scandals, even like American media and like celebrities and stuff like that. But the backlash on them compared to like American celebrities is totally different. Korean celebrities, it's like you can slip up once, maybe twice, and it's just like they crucify you. And the hate online is just ridiculous. And maybe you'll find people in there sticking up for you in between. It's really like not comforting to see when it's a lot of these celebrities in Korea who are like idols and stuff like that, and then they end up killing themselves because of these comments online or because of the depression, the way the backlash is from like Korean fans, and just crazy. And I didn't think that that was worth going through because at least in America, I feel like in my, you know, opinion, if I mess up or I screw up or have like some type of scandal or something like that, God forbid, then it's looked at a lot differently. Like people will make fun of you or you get those haters online, says, you know, they'll say their comments and whatnot, but it's forgotten about fairly quickly because then another celebrity, something happens and it's just different. I feel like it's just a different mentality and a lot of people just have their own mind, like when it comes to American celebrities. But I feel like here, it's just like if one or two people kind of feel a certain way, then the rest of the crowd agrees. And I did not want to subject myself to that. I just felt like a lot of pressure and unnecessary stress. And I say this to say that that's not all Korean people. And I have to say this in every video because I'm telling you, I get one or two comments from some dummies, some little stupids who feel like I'm talking about all Korean people. And I swear to God, they don't even watch the entire video. They just go based off of the title or the first two sentences said, and they're like, you hate Korean people. That's not true. And I'm gonna need you to chill out. I'm not capping for nobody. Like, I'm not doing that. So that's just my opinion. If you don't like it, please kiss my ass. Simple as that. I don't have time to go back and forth with like people who don't like me or haters and stuff like that. I'm more blunt about it, so I will just tell you to shut the up. Very easy for me. Glad I'm not in a company to where they can't tell me to, you know, not say that. So to the haters and the people who always got something to say whenever I'm giving my, you listen to that, my opinion, my experiences. You experience it or you go through the exact same thing that I've been through and you have your own opinion, that's fine. You make your own video about it. Thanks for the view. Thank you so much for taking the time out to concentrate on my channel, to make a comment and to be all up in my ass. You a fan. Now carry on. I would say the third third thing that actually ties into the first thing is mental health. Like, my mental health at the time that I was training and all this other stuff was in a terrible freaking place. It was not in a very good place at all. I feel like it's just taken me so long to try to get like my mind and my mental health together. And I don't blame my company for any of that stuff because, you know, it's on me. Like, not necessarily like my fault, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think I was in a great place mentally when I joined to begin with. And when I kept going with them, all the rules and all this different stuff and all these restrictions were causing me to have just some types of mental breakdowns and stuff like that. Like, I was not good mentally, okay? But thank God I got all of that under control. I won't say I got it like 100% under control, but I got a handle on it, and that's all that matters. Therapy is awesome. Great resource. Great resource when you know, you just can't talk to YouTube or your entire family and friends about what you're necessarily feeling inside, because I just didn't think at that time they would understand. And now I open up a little bit more about like my experiences or things that I've been through, and it's nice. But you know, therapy has helped with that, and reading a lot of books. Can't forget that. So yeah, I feel like my mental health stopped me from that as well, and just kind of was like, do you really want to deal with all of this pressure from the company and people that you don't even know? Because swear to God, these like K-pop stans, oh my God. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them just, they off they rocker. Fourth? I don't know which number this is. I want to say fourth, and this is, again, my own thing. So I had a lot of doubts about myself, which is crazy because, you know, you would think with the company believing in me, and this is something that I wasn't even intending to do. I wasn't trying to audition to be a K-pop star. That was not my goal, my intention. I just accepted an opportunity because they saw potential in me for something greater, and that's crazy. And it had me baffled, and at the same time, it made me doubt myself because I'm like, nah, man, there's no way this company, no way that they think I can do what they're asking me to do. I just had my own doubts because I'm just like looking at videos and images of like these K-pop idols, and I even looked at like, who was that, Alex Reed from like back then when she was like in that K-pop group, and I'm just like, ain't no freaking way I think I can do exactly what she's doing and what everybody else is doing, because I just didn't have that confidence, which is weird because I felt fairly confident in myself, but my ability to live up to the standards that everybody else had set, I didn't feel like I can do it. But now, you know, I am who I am, and I'm very, very proud of myself, and I realized that I don't have to live up to anybody's standard. I got my own standard. Everybody right here, I'm in my own playing field. I'm not looking at nobody else. So that was my mistake, was doubting myself in the first place. And I feel like I didn't have the confidence that was required. So I kind of let all these things make up my mind for pushing me further and further away from the company that I was in. And the last thing, the very, 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 very last thing that I had on my mind when deciding to like leave my company, exit, do all this stuff, distance myself, was the K-pop stans, the K-pop fans, the K-pop banana hams, whatever you want to call them. So those people are serious. When it comes to their idols and just the K-pop world in general, they are serious. I look at the internet regularly and I see the way that they comment and talk on like the videos and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why are they so, like, it's not that deep. And when I say that, I just mean like when they'll be arguing back and forth with other fandoms and stuff like that. I've talked about this before, but this particular thing scares me because even when it came to Alex, she was getting so much hate, and it was just because of her race. Yeah, of course, people like to throw in, but she couldn't speak Korean very well. Okay, but she was a whole idol, you know, who wasn't Korean, and she was like set an example for the ones who want to be an idol, even the ones who don't say they want to be an idol, but they want to be an idol, or the K-boos who are like obsessed with Korea. She was setting an example, and it's the same people who root for her before she get on top that hate her when she's, you know, where she wants to be. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want that fake love. I don't want that fake love shit. So I tend to think about those people, those nasty people who are online doing stuff like that. And it's just like so much hate from the outside community. Like the foreign fans would be a lot more supportive of you following your dream and trying to change the way K-pop, you know, genuinely is. Not K-pop itself, because that stands for Korean pop, not the people, the language. It's in Korean, which some of them don't seem to understand, because that does not just stand for Korean, the freaking race. That stands for Korean pop, which means these people are singing in Korean. Get that through your head. I like to use that point whenever they try to say like, but Korean K-pop is only for Korean people. No, it's not. The same way hip hop and rap isn't necessarily just for Black people, because people of different ethnicities have gotten into the genre. Am I wrong? So I just thought about that, and K-pop K-pop stans, man, y'all won, because that helped me to make a final decision. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not making this video to say I regret it, because I don't regret making the decision not to keep going as an idol. I'm actually very, very relieved that I didn't. But I have regrets that my confidence wasn't all the way up there, that I let other people get into my head and my doubts and everything decide for me instead of me personally deciding for myself. But all of that to say, no, I'm not a K-pop idol. I'm so happy that I'm not, thank God. If I do happen to make music in Korean, it'll be independently, or if I do work for a company and do all this, that's great, but I don't want to be viewed as a K-pop idol. I want to be viewed as an international singer, dancer, actress, whatever. And I want it to be like my own. Anyway, so that is pretty much the end of my video. I feel like I've said enough, and I hope that you all took something valuable from this video. If not, I don't really know what to tell you, I'm sorry, but that is why. And I left my company, so that pretty much just sums it all up. So thank you for watching this video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment down below, tell me your thoughts. Let me hear what you got to say about this. I know I'm about to get some dumb comments, I'm prepared. Actually, no comment is too stupid. And if you're not subscribed, please push that subscribe button right now. It's very important for you to push that. Also, while you're pushing that, don't forget to push the bell that's right next to it so you can get notifications and updates from me. And lastly, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Instagram is the best way to keep up with me in my life. See some snarky, little petty stuff that I like to post because, well, why not? And don't forget to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.